This episode sponsored by our viewers. Thanks to folks like Ellie, Ivar, and Connor, we've been able to continue producing episodes. Our most dedicated sponsors are those that enjoy the show. You can show your support at everydaydrinkers.tv/donate. Welcome to Common Man Cocktails. I'm your host, Derek Schomer, and today we're creating the Gabardine Hightail. Gabardine Hightail, that's how I think it's called. This recipe is submitted by Kai, K-A-I. Sounds like Kai to you, right? I would go Kai. Wow. So Kai, 2 ounces of Scotch. I don't know what the thing was. 2 ounces of Scotch. We're going to do, in this case, Johnny Walker Black. I was going to use maybe a single malt or something from downstairs, but I don't feel like going downstairs. And I like Johnny Walker. And it's a cocktail. Blended tends to play really nice. We need some Johnny Walker Blue, so who wants to send me a bottle of that? And 1 ounce of Drambuie. Kind of like your spiced Scotch. And a teaspoon of either Agave Nectar or honey. So I'm going to use Agave Nectar because it's right here. And I don't know where my honey is.
Downstairs.
I like Agave Nectar because it tastes like agave and nectar, which is like almost got that tequila essence to it. And I like it. I like that. I'm going to shake it because it's got nectar, and if I don't, it's just going to sit, and it's going to look all weird. It's not going to taste right until I get to the end, then I'm going to taste it's like when you have iced coffee. You ever notice you make iced coffee and the sugar just sits at the bottom? What the heck's the point of putting the sugar in? You need a straw to suck it all down, and then, you know. I wish sugar dissolved better.
It does, and warm stuff.
Yeah, warm stuff. That's the problem. That's the rub.
That's why you put it in when it's warm, and then you add the ice.
Wait, what? You put
You
the
make
sugar.
coffee.
Oh, you put the sugar into the coffee
it.
hot. Yeah, I think I started doing that here because it was getting... Yeah, but when you go to like Dunkin' Donuts, they don't do that.
No, well...
I guess they don't get paid to do that.
16-year-olds working for their car.
Right.
They don't care that your sugar's at the bottom of your coffee.
No, they're not really into the whole public service and pride for your business. But
no.
You gotta tell you, if I was getting, what's minimum wage, 6?
I don't know what it is now.
4 when I was growing up. If I was getting paid minimum wage, I probably wouldn't have that much heart and soul into the company because... Are you looking to get promoted up?
I didn't. I was minimum wage.
You were?
Yes, at Taco Bell.
Taco Bell, yep, so was I. Minimum wage at Taco Bell, slightly over minimum wage at Electronics
And
Boutique.
there was a line all the way like around the food court in the mall. And one register open.
Good times, good times.
Yeah. And I could care less about...
Yeah, but when you were a kid, you could care less about a lot of stuff.
Pretty much. Most things. Most things.
That's funny. Funny now. Damn it. There we go.
I always have to remember that because now I'll run into teenage kids that hate their job too. And I'm just like, wow. And I think back, I'm like, wow, that was probably me.
Probably you with a chip on your shoulder just because you're having a bad day or whatever, or you had homework to do.
Or there's a line around the food court and only your register open.
I think we mentioned that part. Question of the day. Since I know everybody who watches is 21 plus or 18 in your country, whatever it happens to be, what was your first job? What did you do for your first job? If it's your first job, what are you doing now? And we all hope that it is better from here on.
Or maybe you're a trust fund baby.
Could be. Look, I have no problem with being a trust fund baby, but my dad said that's never going to happen. So he said, well, you know, when he dies, there'll be enough money to bury him. He's going to spend the rest. Which is an awesome way of thinking, by the way. I think that's how everything should be. Unless you're Bill Gates, because then it's just so much money. But, or, well, jobs doesn't count. So, you know, somebody who's alive and has lots of money. I still say spend
Warren Buffett.
it. Yeah.
They donate a lot of theirs. Warren Buffett and
Yeah, I
Bill
guess
Gates.
if you're donating, that's cool. But if you just got enough money, I say spend it all so that, I mean, you're only here once. Spend it, die, leave about 5, 6 grand, maybe 10, cover all the costs of everything. Boom, you're good to go. That's what I
You
say.
probably live in a house behind. The kids can sell that.
Right, fight over it. It's got a nice honey spice smell to it. Like sweet.
I want to leave 2 houses behind.
I want to leave 3.
One for each kid.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry.
No, I just want one in a warmer climate. So
I don't want to leave that
old-
behind. I want it now.
So when I'm old, I could just go to the warmer climate. I don't have to worry about kids.
Okay. Pretty potent. I would say on the strong side, if well, we did this scale 0 to 9, no 10. 10's a good number. 9's kind of weird. On a scale from 1 to 10, I put this guy at maybe, for potency level, 7.5 to 8. It can get worse. This is probably
Incredible Hulk.
the Incredible Hulk. Yeah, there's, yeah, pretty much. There's no vodka. The difference is this is potent in a different way, and I should be used to this because I like Johnny Walker. It's tricky because the first thing you get is the agave, and quite honestly, I can't tell the difference right now between honey and agave. I'm getting that same, almost like a honey flavor to it. And that could just be how these play out. You get the spices and the Drambuie and everything playing in there, which might be why you can go either way on it. It starts out nice and smooth, little bit of sweet action, so you're kind of getting the rhythm of, oh, it's going to be sweet. Boom! And it hits you with oak, flavorful spice, and a nice potent finish. So, very Johnny Walker-esque with a twist. I like it. It's a neat way of in the aftertaste is not as scotchy. Let's just drink it straight. There is a little bit of sweet, weird flavorings, Drambuie flavorings going on there. Weird in a good way. Not that weird in a bad way. I don't know what weird in a bad way is. I guess it would be weird if somebody just punched me in the face right now, and that would be in a bad way. This does hit you pretty good. It's a neat, if you just sit down and you're used to drinking Johnny Walker on ice, and that's just how you roll, I encourage you to give this a try. Get some Drambuie. You don't have to get a big ass bottle like this. You can get a smaller one, even like the half sizers, something that looks maybe like this, you know, like a little cute version, if they have them. And put a little in there, just an ounce. See how it tastes. And just be able to branch out and do a little bit more than Scotch. Go back to your Scotch when you want to, but this is a good change up and a little bit of this action. That's the Gabardine Hightail. Up a gentleman's drink, if you will. I'm a gentleman.
Upper.
Upper?
That's what you just said.
Upper class.
Upper.
Upper class. Upper.
You let your Massachusetts accent come through. You always
I fight that.
look at me for that.
And it would be appropriate for you to call me out on it since I call you out on every possible stance.
That's right.
So, an upper class cocktail for the day. It's Friday. We're getting high class. Everydaydrinkers.tv. What was our question of the day?
What was your first job?
What was your first job? What did you do? It probably sucked. But we'll teach you how to drink anyway.
To forget your first job.
Yeah, you drink until you forget your first job. I worked in that assembly plant once. That was a good time.
I bet.
Yeah. When you go onto the job for your second week and they're like, "You're still here? You haven't quit yet?" You know you're in for badness.